All right, guys, today we are going to be reacting to why I decided to stay in Germany. Interesting. Let's jump in.
You are watching the story of a guy trying to figure out life in Germany. And in this video, I'm going to try to explain to you why I've chosen to still live here, at least for now. Behind the United States, Germany has the second largest amount of foreign-born residents in the world. Almost 16 of the 82 million people in Germany were not born here. And I am one of those people. It's in the goal. It's really interesting.
What's interesting is that in Germany, like, you can't just like kick them into the grass, get a shovel and throw them out. You have to call the proper authorities, and they need to come out here and dispose of the body.
This would never fly in Texas.
Oh my gosh. That thing would have been smoked and eaten. Here we go. Y'all ready? Nice and slow. Let's just get through some changes here.
Now, many of you guys know during my previous years here in Germany, I was a professional American football player. Now, being a professional American football player in Germany, you don't get paid a lot, but the clubs take care of many things for the import players. Your house.
Yo, I didn't know that he was a professional football player in Germany. Wow.
Housing, your car, meals, insurance, and all of the insane German government paperwork. This is all stuff that you just don't have to deal with. But now I have to deal with it. Try to figure it all out. This country is relentless with snail mail. Send me an email like a modern human being with electricity. Please. Now, you're probably just thinking, oh, this guy just stayed in Germany because he's got friends there and his girlfriend is there. Of course, these relationships play a big part in my decision to give Germany a real shot. I've got an amazing group of people here in Germany. Dear Yola, happy birthday to you. Do you need an elf back to help you remember the plays?
Man, you don't even know the
We can offer you one piece of cake. Just the last part. Head coach and founder of the Unicorn Swan.
Founder, sole proprietor. Founder, CEO.
Largest shareholder. But there's also another reason.
Yo, I have to say his music is top notch, man. He's very good. He's very good. I wish he had more subscribers, man. Almost 500 million or something, because he's so good.
The entire time that I've lived in Germany, I've basically done one thing. I've really only done and been a football player in a small town. My perspective about life in Germany was limited to this reality of mine. In the United States, I had so many different chapters of life. I lived in Portland, I lived in Connecticut, I lived in Washington.
You live in Portland, Oregon? Now, if you live in Portland, Oregon, why? Why would you live in such a place, man? Unless you were living in a secure area in the suburbs of Portland, but man, why?
DC, I lived in Los Angeles, and every time I moved, I started basically a different chapter of life. But here in Germany, I've only had one chapter of life. And now, here in Germany, I moved, granted, within the same town, but I am starting a new chapter here. I'm getting a whole new slice of perspective on what life in this country is, outside of the cushy American import experience. Living in Germany. I'm really doing it. I'm trying. I'm getting the good, the bad, and the ugly. I was listening to this podcast yesterday when I went on a run, which was a rare thing for me. Damn, I'm sweaty. Said I was feeling pretty lethargic and unmotivated today, but I just forced myself to go on a run, which is very unusual and rare for me. It It was really good for me, both physically and mentally. Just kind of push through the lethargy, realize that mood follows action. In the podcast, they talked about this study that was conducted on rats.
Starving rats are placed into a tube. Yeah. And they have a spring that is attached to their tail that can measure the force that they pull at, and that's a proxy for desire. Then they waft the smell of cheese in from the front of the tube, and the rat pulls, and they measure how hard they want to go. And you'd think these rats are starving, they would be pulling pretty hard. Then they do another iteration of the study. This time they waft the smell of cheese in from the front, but they waft the smell of a cat in from behind. And the rats pull harder. Yeah. And what's the lesson? That you not only need to run towards something that you want, but you need to run away from something that you fear.
I've been saying that this is now a trial run.
Wow, that was very good. That was very good.
For me, for real life in Germany. I'm seeing how it goes being independent in a foreign country. I mean, this transition would be very difficult even if I was within my home country, but I'm doing it in a foreign country, which is a unique challenge, I think. But like they said in the study, I know what I'm running towards and I know what I'm running away from. And one of the things I'm running away from is being a person that won't take on a new challenge. And this chapter is a wildly new challenge for me. I am in uncharted territory for myself. No, man, I really enjoy living here. Of course, I've had a very specific experience in Germany so far, but it's been primarily very positive, and so positive to the point where I'm willing to try out chapter 2 here. I really am. So that's really how I'm feeling. One of the cool things about this new chapter for me is I have the familiarity of still living in small town Schwäbisch Hall, but I'm getting to spend a lot more time in a bigger German city in Stuttgart. I'm doing a lot of work with my good friends who are coaching or playing for the
Yo, that's good, man. Man, I'm glad that we at least seemed like Germany seemed like a great place to just incentivize more American football, man. It seems like that's the case. I think the other one was Australia, the next place, the other place, New Zealand, UK. I don't think UK. We've been trying UK for ages, man. It's not even working. But it seems like Germany's the spot.
Stuttgart Surge and the new European League of Football. So I'm doing a lot of media and video work with them, which I'm super excited about.
Oh, never mind. No, Primo, I own the rights to your life and filming everything about you. You have to perform for me. Thank you.
We're on the shot.
Opening shot, got it. We're doing it in German.
What team do you play for, son?
I'm on the U13.
That's what I remember D-Man had. Boy, he was tired as hell running that shit back. You remember that shit?
By the way, one of my goals is to help increase their social media presence, so give them a follow on Instagram right here. I'm doing a lot of their video work, so you can see some of my cool football videos. And a lot of familiar faces if you've watched this channel for a long time. So guys, lots of exciting stuff, but I hope that kind of explains to you why I've decided to still stay in Germany, at least for this next year, to sort of see how real life in Germany goes. By the way, you guys know I started my podcast. The link to that is in the description.
How did you deal with all this?
I don't even know. Like, the hardest part is like because after practice, like the other players would like call their friends or whatever and tell them about that. Like everyone in Germany would be sleeping.
And I do once a month an exclusive Patreon only podcast where you can ask questions, so it serves sort of as a Q&A plus a podcast. So if you ever have any questions for me or topics you want to hear me talk about, I answer almost everything on those Patreon Q&A podcasts. So check that out if you're interested. All right, guys. Thanks for coming along on this new chapter of my life.
Good, man.
I appreciate it, and I'll be sure to keep you.
Yo, I wish him the best. This was like a year ago, man, but it's always good to know that people are really taking risks, man, and I'm glad that he has a bigger mission and not only doing videos about Germany. He has a bigger mission, and hopefully that vision can become a reality. It's already a reality, but he's trying to find that vision. How can I say this? He already has the vision, but he's trying to just go beyond that vision. And that's good. Wow. Great video, man. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you next one.